曾在2011年帮助促成以色列与哈马斯人质交换协议的以色列人质谈判专家葛森巴斯金接受了本台的专访。他认为，以哈和谈在没有中国的深入参与，仅靠现有国际斡旋模式的情况之下，难以取得突破。想要人质获得全部释放，也比他当年参与谈判时更加困难。
哈马斯近期在社交媒体平台上公布了3名以色列老年人质的视频，年过80的老人希望尽早获释，而不是被困在当地更加衰老。
This is psychological warfare on the part of Hamas to put pressure on the Israeli society. It is working. There's more pressure from Israeli society, from the families of hostages on the government to make a deal. This is certainly one of the reasons why negotiations are being renewed. They want to negotiate with the soldiers for the release of all Palestinian prisoners in Israel, more than 7,600 prisoners. This is their ultimate goal.
在2011年，以色列同哈马斯宣布人质交换，以色列同意用1027名巴勒斯坦囚犯换回1名以色列士兵沙利特。事件受到国际舆论的关注，也成为促成人质交换的葛森巴斯金职业生涯中的亮点。
When I started negotiating with Hamas, it was because Hamas approached me 1 week after Gilad Shalit was abducted, because I had met someone from Hamas at a conference of the World Bank in Cairo, and we developed a relationship trying to create a dialogue between Hamas and Israel. That dialogue that we tried to create led to Hamas contacting me and asking to open up a channel with Israel. I took that mission very seriously because a year before, Hamas had kidnapped and killed one of my wife's cousins. So for me, it was personal. I had promised myself that if ever again someone asked me to help save a human life, I would do everything possible. And that's how I got involved and why I got involved, because I couldn't save my wife's cousin when they asked me to help.
但葛森巴斯金承认，在2011年之后，自己再也没有成功促成更多人质交换。面对持续的以哈冲突，他认为想要以色列再释放更多的巴勒斯坦囚犯几乎是不可能的。
The negotiations held between me and Hamas counterparts were on the terms of the release and where they would be released to, the numbers and the categories. In the first release of 450 people who were based on a list of names given by Hamas, there were more than 300 people who had killed Israelis. And some of the most dangerous prisoners were released, and they were sent to Gaza. Yahya Sinwar, the leader of Hamas in Gaza, was one of them. Certainly, that it plays a major role in Israeli considerations today on who to release and under what terms to release. But if we want to get all the hostages back, Israel may have to release some very dangerous people.
英国外交大臣卡梅伦为代表的欧洲外交官员还在尝试推动新一轮以哈谈判，但以色列驻英国大使早前表示，两国方案已经无法处理以色列和巴勒斯坦之间的复杂问题。格森巴斯金认为，化解问题的关键在于巴勒斯坦的管理机构改革以及加沙经济重建。在此方面，中国可以发挥重要作用。
Specifically, I talked about the role of China in the reconstruction of Gaza. There are 2 million homeless people in Gaza today who have no homes to go back to. Israel has destroyed the infrastructure of the Gaza Strip, roads, water, electricity. There is no country in the world that knows how to build infrastructure and housing faster, more efficiently, and more affordably than China. Let's face reality. China has shown its ability to do this all over the world. Israel has a port owned by the Chinese. It is much more efficient than the Israeli-run ports. So we need China to help on this. The Palestinian people need China to do it. If we don't provide the Palestinian people with hope that tomorrow can be better than today, then Hamas will continue to exist and organizations worse than Hamas will come aboard.
凤凰卫视曹杰、吴若明、李默克伦的报道。